Hi, my name is Jake Sim, and I'm here to add a few more words of wisdom on Chaucer's The Pardoner's Tale. So, in The Pardoner's Tale, Chaucer tells a story about a pardoner. He's a priest who takes money from people who give confessions to be excused for their sins, to be accepted into heaven. And so, the way he describes the pardoner is as someone who is very unclean and sinful and very greedy as one of his main characteristics. And in his style and voice, the pardoner, and even in his physiognomy, he is described as someone who's unkempt. He doesn't keep himself clean. He's kind of someone who just does what he does, just does whatever he wants to do. And then in his prologue, the pardoner even talks about how he is always cheating people out of their money. So before he tells the story, he says he cannot start without any alcohol with him. And then after he takes a lot of alcohol, he gets drunk, and then he opens up to the people and says, oh, talks about his job and what he does. Whenever he makes his speeches and preaches, like, he does it well, but he does it oftentimes with the goal more of taking money from people. He admits that he doesn't care about their salvation, but just does what he can to take money, and he's willing to do it and take money from even the poorest widow and the poorest children. And he doesn't want to work on his own, but just wants to take their money. He also adds that when he makes his speeches, he will often do whatever it takes to get back at anyone who has ever insulted or made some bad impression of him or any other pardoners. So he acts very greedily, and even in his voice and style of speaking, his vocabulary and his diction is seen as very crude. He talks as someone who is very immoral. He's drunk. The entire time he's making sexual jokes and just talks in a very low manner. Before he goes into his story, he drinks his alcohol, and when he's ready, he says, "Now hold your peas," and then goes into his story. A theme that is repeated throughout his story, and he says it over and over again, is greed is the root of all evils. This is ironic that he keeps saying this over and over again, as we see greed is his eminent characteristic. So this irony that comes, his story is about people who will fight for greed, and he tells about 3 companions who kill each other for it. So the repetition in his voice, and it comes out in his style of speaking, is that he has the authority to tell people not to be greedy. And this shows irony in the world where Chaucer says, people will always say not to do this and not to do that, but there are people who are going to do it. And another message that he may be trying to speak is that just with the church in general, it has the authority to tell people not to be greedy, no matter how corrupt the priest may be, as they were in this time is pre-Reformation, when it was at its most corrupt, and he was trying to tell people, oh, they may be corrupt and the world is sinful, but you should try anyways not to be greedy. So there are my words of wisdom.